In general, hijacking is a security attack, which the attacker takes control of communication between two identities. And about this one, which is related to the sky and its aircrafts, we could define it as a lawful seizure of an aircraft by individual. The first flame was in the middle of the 20th century, but it did not reach such a success. But by the Cold War in 1969, which was between the Soviet Union and the United States of America, all those non-noticeable tries just turned it into a disaster, and the hijacking ages have been started as there were about 164 aircrafts have been hijacked, with 144 successful tries. Like a volcano, there must be eruption. The aim of this aircraft hijacking could be political, criminal, for immigration, or for fame. The most well-known type is the political one, which makes sense that the hijacker in normal cases has issues with the internal or external politics for his country or other ones, and this type represents 70% of the chart. Some could do this for money and this under the criminal reasons which are quite clear in the real life, so as a result it just have 2% of the chart. One of the most common reasons is for immigration, and the hijacker could be a criminal in his own country, and he wanted to run away with his crime so he could change the plan's destination to other country which did not hand over the absconders. And for that there is 20% in the hijacking chart for this case. And last but not least, may someone would like to just hijack for fame, and this can take 18% of the chart. By the way, being hijacked is more likely than plane crashes by 17%. The international community did not stand arms fold, as it held treaties some were not that much of influence, and some made real difference. Maybe did not stop this kind of disaster, but at least frustrated a lot of planes hijacking. There were 3 main treaties. Tokyo Treaty in 1963. By the presence of just 12 countries, the treaty was held, but it did not add real value or find a solution for the hijacking issue. Plus, there were some countries who wanted to change some terms, but the Soviet Union stand against those changes, which led it to suspend the treaty. The other treaty is the UN Treaty in 1970. It was binding for all the member countries, but this also was not a very helpful try, as it was more likely a reordering the terms of the Tokyo Treaty, with binding all the members only. The one that really made effect was the International Civil Aviation Organization Treaty in 1974 at the Hague or Den Haag conference with 64 countries participated. One of the best preparations was to isolate the cockpit, in which the pilot could control the planes away from the hijackers. There's some case studies for today, like in 1978 a flight from Laranka airport take off after a convention in Nicosia. The hijacker earlier had killed Yusuf Sebai, editor of an Egyptian newspaper and a friend of the Egyptian president Anwar Sadat, in Nicosia held. So they wanted to get out of Cyprus after their crime, kind of the criminal reasons for hijacking. But they could land anywhere, so they went back to Cyprus. The Egyptian forces interfered without permission from the Cyprus authorities, which led to exchange gunfire between them. And as a result, there was a political tension between the two countries for several years. In another case, in 1985, there was a flight that took off from Athens International Airport to Cairo International Airport. It said that the hijackers had the aim only to make tensions between the Western countries and Egypt, so we could consider it as one of the cases that refers to the political reasons. Last case for today was in 2016. The flight was domestic from Alexandria to Cairo, but the hijacker wanted to land in Laranka International Airport in Cyprus. He was Egyptian and wearing an explosive belt. Some reporters said that he wanted to talk to his wife, who was in Cyprus, and other reports said that he wanted to set free some female prisoners in Egypt, but at the end he surrendered.